Hello, everybody, and I would like to thank my wonderful subscribers.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Mr. Nightmare. And this is going to be the last part of 3 disturbing true stories where the police couldn't help. This is number 3, written by Yaana Clitos. Yaana Clitos. Yeah, do the shit. Yeah, be scared.
This happened in 2019.
Okay.
I was in my late 20s, living alone in a rental house in a quiet neighborhood on the edge of town. It wasn't a fancy place, just an older one-story house with creaky floors, thin walls, and a small backyard. But it was cheap, and it came with a basement, which I used to store extra furniture and tools and stuff.
Okay, that's good.
I moved in that spring, and for the first few months, nothing strange happened. The house had its quirks. Some pipes rattled when you turn on the shower, and there was this one kitchen cabinet that always swung open on its own, but nothing unusual for a place that old.
Okay.
The only part I didn't like was the basement.
Well, yeah.
The door was in the hallway next to the bathroom.
Are creepy.
It was heavy and stuck a little when you opened it, and the light switch for the basement was actually halfway down the stairs, which meant you had to walk down a few steps in total darkness before you could reach it. The first time I went down there, I honestly felt weird.
What?
Not scared exactly, but uneasy.
Yeah?
The single bulb didn't do much to light the corners.
And
the whole place smelled like old wood. But I didn't have any reason to be down there for long.
Yeah.
So I stored my things, shut the door, and didn't think much of it. That changed around late October.
Why?
I had just gotten home from work. I'm a night shift security guard, so I usually get home around 3 a.m.
Hey,
I was heading to the bathroom before bed when I heard...
No, wait, you're a Dale. Your username was a female. Okay, so... Wow, a female security guard. Have we had one of those before?
Something.
Oh?
It sounded like a faint knock. 3 soft taps. It came from behind the basement door.
Ooh.
I froze in place. At first, I thought maybe I imagined it.
No.
Maybe it was the pipes or the house settling. But as I stood there, holding my breath, I heard it again.
Yeah.
3 distinct knocks.
You're gonna have to security guard your house.
I stared at the door, and then I waited. There was just silence now. I remember whispering to myself, it's just the house, even though I didn't really believe it.
Yeah, no. Houses don't make nothing.
I went to my bedroom, locked the door, and stayed awake for the next 2 hours, listening.
Okay.
Eventually, I fell asleep with the TV on. The next morning, I checked the basement. I opened the door, went down the stairs, and turned on the light.
No.
Everything was exactly the way I left it. No signs of anyone having been down there. No footprints in the dust, no broken windows. I convinced myself it had to be the house shifting, or maybe a small animal that got in somehow.
How often do houses shift?
But a few nights later, it happened again.
What?
This time, I was in the bathroom brushing my teeth when I heard the knock. Not 3 taps this time, just 1, but it was loud, and it was close, like someone had used their knuckles hard against the basement door.
Ooh.
I opened the bathroom door and looked. The basement door was closed.
Yeah,
nothing moved.
Nobody knocks on an open door.
I walked over and put my ear against the wood. At first, I heard nothing, but then, very faint, I heard what sounded like breathing.
No!
Slow, steady, as if someone was standing on the other side, waiting.
No?
I backed away and went to my room, again locking the door. I called my landlord. I told him something strange was going on in the basement, that I thought someone had maybe gotten into the house somehow.
Yeah.
He seemed skeptical, but said he'd come by to check it out. When he arrived in the morning, we both went down into the basement together.
Okay.
He looked around, checked the windows, the walls, even the foundation.
He found nothing?
Nothing was damaged or broken. No signs of a break-in or animals. I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I couldn't explain what I was hearing, and I didn't want to sound crazy.
I'm not. Just tell them what you heard.
Quiet. I started to think that maybe I was just overtired or imagining things.
Maybe.
I was working too much after all. But then, one night around 2 a.m., I was sitting on my couch watching TV when I heard the basement door creak.
No!
Not a knock or slam, but a creak.
It opened.
Like it was slowly swinging open.
That,
I sat up straight
no.
and turned off the volume. I could hear it. The slow, grinding creak of the hinges moving.
No.
I got up and peeked down the hallway, and the basement door was wide open.
Yeah.
I hadn't opened it in over a week. I hadn't even touched it. I grabbed a flashlight and slowly walked toward it.
Okay, well, you are a security
guard. I had no
guard.
choice. I had to know what was going on.
No, you're a security guard. I get that, okay, maybe you aren't allowed to bring your weapon with you home, but, at least have a knife. I'm actually surprised you don't have pepper spray or something. What? Get a knife at least.
I stood at the top of the stairs and shined the light down.
Good.
The basement was pitch black. The bulb wasn't on.
What about your flashlight?
Flicked the switch. Nothing. It was dead. The bulb must have burned out.
Damn.
That's when I heard footsteps coming up the stairs.
Or...
They weren't rushing. They were slow, but they were 100% footsteps.
Or they took out the light bulb.
My hands were shaking. I slammed the door shut and held the handle tight.
Thank God.
For a moment, I felt the pressure of something on the other side, like it was leaning against the door.
Shit.
Then it stopped.
Okay.
I locked the door
Call
and called the
911.
police.
Okay.
I told them someone was in my basement. They showed up about 10 minutes later.
Good.
2 officers cleared the house and went down into the basement.
Okay. He should be there.
I stood in the front yard, waiting. And after what felt like forever, they came back up. They
Nothing?
said they didn't find anyone.
Damn it.
No signs of forced entry or anyone hiding. Nothing was even disturbed.
Really?
One of them even tried to laugh it off, asking
No.
if I'd been watching scary movies.
No.
I knew what I heard. After they left, I didn't go back inside right away. I just stood there, staring at that house.
Yeah.
Finally, I went back in, locked every door and window, and stayed up until the sun came up. That morning, I bought a padlock and installed it on the basement door.
Good, good.
I didn't care if it was allowed or not. I needed it. For the next month, the basement stayed quiet. No sounds or knocks or anything. I almost...
You know what I might do as proof? You know what I would do? I would get some pieces of paper, I would get big pieces of paper, and I would put wet paint. I would put wet paint on them. And it would be the type of paint where it takes a long time to dry. You know how some paint, it dries after a little bit? I'm gonna be looking for the type of paint that takes 5 hours to dry or something. And then I'm gonna put it on the door. I'm gonna put it right under all the entrances to the room. Either that or I'm gonna put powder. I'm either gonna put powder or I'm gonna put paint. And then if something happens and somebody moves around, I'll have proof because of the powder or the paint. That's what I would do.
Let myself relax. Then one night,
What?
I got home from work and noticed the basement door was open.
Okay.
Not just unlocked, the padlock was lying on the floor, broken. The door
Okay.
itself was slightly ajar.
Okay.
I hadn't touched that door in weeks.
Nope.
I stood there staring at it.
Yeah.
And for the first time,
You
I
bet
realized
forward.
something. Every time this had happened,
Yeah.
every noise and every knock, it had always happened at night when I was alone.
Okay.
I did not go down. I couldn't. I packed a bag, left the house, and stayed at a friend's place for a few days.
Good.
When I came back, I literally nailed the basement door shut. I
Good.
even wedged a chair against the door.
Good.
I didn't care if the landlord got mad. I just couldn't look at that door anymore.
I don't give a shit.
A few nights later, around 3 a.m.,
What?
I was laying in bed when I heard a sound that I still can't explain.
What?
It was a voice. It
No.
wasn't loud. It wasn't even someone speaking.
No.
Like the barely audible sound of a rumble of someone's vocal cords.
Okay.
It came from somewhere beneath the floorboards,
What?
directly under my bed.
No.
That was it. I called the police again. They showed up, did their search, and nothing turned up again. So I packed everything, minus the stuff in the basement, and I left.
Good. I'm not
I didn't even
touching
wait
that
for the lease to
basement
end.
shit.
I don't know what was in that basement. I don't want to know. All I can say is that sometimes when I lie awake at night in my new apartment, I think about all this, and I wonder if I'd waited just a little longer, what would have come up those steps?
Oh yeah, initially, yeah, in the initial incident, I have no idea. But man, yeah, that one time when you found the patio on the ground broken, I would have told the police then. Yeah, I would have told the police immediately after and said, hey, guys, who broke the yacht if it was nobody, huh? Yeah, I would tell them immediately. Yeah, maybe afterwards I would nail the door shut, but yeah. I can't say that the police didn't help on this one. Because, unlike the first story, where they were actually hey, we can't help. They did try to help. The issue was that apparently they couldn't find anything. And I really wonder if, in these situations, do the police even do fingerprinting? Do you think I don't know, I would have fingerprinted the door, or maybe the yacht, or something like that. I don't know. But I don't know, I would have tried to. I feel like one idea I might do is I might put a security camera in my, in the direction of the door. Yeah, just to see what happens. Because I don't think you can break a patio on the outside by being inside. Doesn't that imply that the person has access to all areas of your house? In which case, I would take a picture. And honestly, this is where I feel like the police have no excuse not to put all their effort into it. Because in the first story, you can make the argument that being outside somebody's house isn't illegal. And the second story, the person didn't even tell the police. But in this one, dude, the person is inside the house. You are not putting all your weight into the investigation, are you? But, yeah. That is all I have to say about these 3 stories. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!